Alright, hello everyone, Amanda here with Eclectic Scribbles. I'm back to you today with a brand new video, and today's video is going to be the August Plan With Me video. So, this is a little late. I kind of wanted to have this up last week, but nevertheless, we're going to get it done now. So, I'm using my journal, the one that I had created, and I will be setting up August in it. August theme is going to be trolls, and so I'm going to run you real quick through the different options from the August kit. So here is the header sheet. It is a little bit different this month. We've got all kinds of different headers on here and a couple of trolls throughout the kit for you to color. So Snorts is down here and Peyton is over here. Those are these two trolls, and then we have got the accessories sheet. It's got all your icons. It's got some project trackers here. It's got your two trackers here, one vertical, one horizontal, and then it's got a couple of sticky notes and a couple of other things that you can color in and write on top of. And then we have got the doodle sheet for this month, which is all of our trolls. So we have got Daryl here, whose little nickname is Snorts. We've got Amanda and Andy. We've got Peyton, Sten, Rebel, and Cletus. And then we have got Bernie down here. Those are all of our trolls. Everyone helped name them as we stream on Twitch. So we stream on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 2 p.m. Eastern, and that is when we finished all of our trolls off and gave them all little names based on whatever personality popped out for them. Since they all have little buggy friends down here at the bottom, and Peyton has little flies flying around her little diaper, we've got a fly tracker for people who have the monthly tracker set up. So here's some individual trackers for your monthly with flies in them, which I thought was cute. The weekly header kit that matches this kit, and then I might have already used some of my kit, but that's okay. We have got individual weekly habit trackers and a little weekly intentions tracker, which I will get more into when we hit the time-lapse portion and the setup. So this page, and we have got some sleep and productivity trackers, or anything actually that you want to track on a scale of 1 to 10 throughout the week. So there you have it. And that is all the stuff that comes with or was made for the kit this month, and those are all available in the shop. So without any further ado, we're just going to kind of get in here and set up for the month of August. And I'm going to go ahead and tell you up front that July was a complete and total bust for me. So as you can plainly see, July got set up. I filled out the first day. Absolutely nothing else happened for July. I planned in my weekly spreads like I always do. I set up my weekly plans like I always do during our lives, but that was the extent. I've started using some daily pages in addition to my weekly pages. So we'll just do the flip through now. This was last week, and the daily pages that went around it. And this is going to be my setup for this week, which I actually haven't filled in yet. I will fill it in for today, before today is over with. I swear it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. I did plan it digitally. I just wanted to get some ideas down on paper. So I will fill this in, and this will be my plans for this week. So we're gonna flip ahead a couple of spreads, and we're gonna start August here. So yeah, I'm just gonna jump into the time lapse, and I'm going to talk you through what is happening and what changes are coming while you watch me set up for August. So here we go. Alright, so here we go, and we're going to jump right into setting up the August cover page. And so I am going to use exactly 4 pens for this entire layout. The pens are going to be the hard tip Tombow Fudenosuke brush nib and the 3 Tombow mono drawing pens. So the 01, the 03, and the 05. Those are the only sizes that the mono pens come in that I'm aware of. If you know any different, let me know, because I'm going to have to go to the store and get some. But anyway, so I have written out August here with the Fudenosuke pen, and now I'm going in and adding a couple of little Zentangles to either side of the word August, because I've just come to the conclusion that it's not going to be a spread of mine if there is not a Zentangle in it somewhere. So sort of my thing now. So we're going to do some Zentangles and decorate those real quick. But yeah, so let's get in here, I guess, and talk about July. So many things happened in July. I had over 700 enamel pins come in from a Kickstarter. I was trying to do my weekly videos. I had so much going on in addition to the stuff that I do on a normal monthly basis. So I was just getting overwhelmed, and you know what? I just said, it's okay if my bullet journal is not perfect and completely filled out. So I have decided that if I can track things on my weekly spread, it might work out a little bit better. Or anyway, August is going to be the test run for that. So while I'm filling in these Zentangles, and then you'll start to see a few little trolls pop up, here is my plan. So instead of flipping through several pages each and every month, each and every day to fill in for the month, I have got all of my stuff moved over onto a weekly spread, and you'll see that when we set up the weekly spread itself. But I'm hoping that not having to turn the page and having everything directly in front of me will help me be able to get it done in a more timely manner and in a more efficient manner as well. So in addition to moving all of my tracking onto the page that I'll be working on for the week, I'm also adding daily pages back in, which is not something that I have done in quite some time. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. I have been doing it the last couple of weeks, and it's worked out really well. It allows me to sort of break down each and every one of these tasks. So while I will have my running list on my weekly spread, I will also have daily pages so that I can go in and sort of break everything up. Alright, real quick before we move pages, so you're going to see 3 little trolls pop up, and I'm leaving everything black and white for the month of August. I originally thought about giving this little pops of color in the trolls, but I'm like, you know what? We're going for simple. We're going for simple and functional for this month with just a little bit of zhuzh. So, you know, it is what it is. We're gonna zhuzh it up just a little bit with the trolls, but just not give them any color. And this is Peyton right here. So once she gets done, we're going to be moving over to the monthly spread, which is my only monthly page for the month of August. It is going to be a little bit different than I usually do. I usually have one big sort of calendar at a glance, and now I'm going to have a small calendar, a linear calendar, like a vertical calendar, which you'll see, and some project tracking down at the bottom of the left-hand page. Alright, so here we are setting up the actual calendar itself, and these are just 3x3 boxes. So I made a calendar for the month that's a quick visual. That's why I like having the calendar at the beginning of the month, so I have just a visual. If I need to glance and see what day of the week a specific date falls on, I like to have the visual instead of having to look for a little letter and a little number in the vertical calendar. So that's why we have both. I am putting in the lines for the little project trackers. So it's 10 spaces across, 1 box wide, and it's 0 on one side. I marked the halfway point at 50, which is 50% of the project being done, and the other side is 100, and it's basically each block is 10% of the project being completed, and you just fill in how much you would consider the project done. I think I'm going to use 1 for business, 1 for personal, and 1 for like a crafty project or something like that for this month. I haven't decided exactly what my projects are going to be, but I've given myself space for 3, and I have allowed for 3 in the actual sticker kit as well. So if you want to use 3 trackers, you will have them in the sticker kit. So giving us a little title here. I'm going to go down, number this page 1 to 31, and on the left hand side of that I'm going to put the initial for each of the days of the week, just as a second little visual for this, I'm going to use one side for like my Twitch streams and my actual calendar of events, so to speak, and the other side is going to be project deadlines that I want to hit. So for instance, I know that I ship my sampler boxes out on the 20th of each month, so I will put that deadline and smaller deadlines to hit that deadline over on the right hand side. My Twitch streams that are Tuesday and Thursday will be on the left hand side, along with, you know, what YouTube videos I want to get out on different days of the month and things like that. So all of that stuff I consider sort of just a regular daily schedule for me are going to go on the left. And we're going to put little Peyton up here with her butt hanging out on the left, and we've got Bernie on the right, who is holding up his heart saying I love your face. And then we will move directly into the weekly spreads. So for the month of August, I'm going to set up all 5 weekly spreads, which I'm considering it to have 5 because of the way the days of the week fall. So I'm setting up 5 weekly spreads and 5 daily pages for the month of August in advance. And what I will do in our weekly Twitch streams on Saturdays, where we do the plan with me, is I will decorate each of those weekly spreads in some way. So they're going to just be bare bones, but we will decorate them each and every week as we sort of hang out and talk like we usually do. So that'll give us something to do. But the bare bones, the basics, will all be laid out for me. So to give you an overview of my weekly spread, this section right here that I am mapping out is on the left, my daily boxes, which will just give me a place to write any appointment or deadline from my monthly calendar. And then the middle section of the spread is a place to do my running task list. So all of the tasks that I have to get done for the month of August, or for that week specifically, will be listed down the right hand side of that, and then what days they have to be completed or they do get completed will be sort of just indicated on the left hand side of that. I'm writing in the word week here, and I will put the actual week number in there as part of the decorating that I do on Saturdays. I'm including 5 little habit trackers. So this is the individual weekly habit trackers for myself, the sleep and productivity log. I will put a sticker in here for my intentions tracker for the week, which you will see in just a second once I find it. There it is. And then over on the left hand page, I'm going to draw in 7 little bug friends, and those will be a mixture of bees, flies, ladybugs, and butterflies. I will have 7 on each weekly spread, and that is going to be my mood tracking for the month. So I will use the same color code that I have used for, well, who knows even how many previous months at this point, but every month ever. And that will be what I am basing the colors that I color each one of these bug friends in each week. So if I'm in a crappy mood, it'll just be the crappy mood from, say, July, its color, and that will be what I color in for that bug for the day. And I'll probably label these with just the day's initial or number, just to indicate which one I colored in on what day. But that'll give me a basic overview as to what my mood was like that week. And that is pretty much going to wrap it up, because all of these spreads are the same. Oh, I did forget. I'm putting little flies in here instead of the weekday initials. And so I will label each one of those little individual habit trackers. But I am not going to bore you with having to sit through watching this weekly setup 5 times in a row, because it is exactly the same. So we're going to cut screen in just a second, and you're going to see me finish up the last little buggy friend, and then we're going to pop out of the time lapse and I will close out the video for you. Okay, there we have it. So here is August setup. I think I'm going to leave it black and white for now. I thought about adding pops of color with the little different trolls, but right now I'm going to leave it black and white. So function over pretty, but I still have to have my little trolls in here. So here is my cover page for August, my monthly layout. So this will track projects. Here is just a general overview sort of calendar at a glance, and this is where I will plan out everything as far as my deadlines, and then we jump straight into the week. So this is where I'm going to do my mood tracking, my intention tracking, my habit tracking, and tracking any sleep and productivity or anything else on a scale of 1 to 10 here. Into a daily spread, and then back-to-back weeks. I forgot to do my very last set of daily spreads for this setup, but I will go in and fill that out. And I do need to print off one more sticker for up here. So that is going to, I would have had enough, but I used one this week. So, alright, that is going to wrap it up for us today. I hope you enjoyed this setup. It's a little bit different from what I usually do, and anxious to see if it's going to help me with my productivity or not. Maybe nail down some of the deadlines, because everything is sort of set out in advance. I can put anything in any of these weeks as I think of it. So I'm hoping that it does help. So how do you keep on top of tasks? Do you get overwhelmed if things start to creep up on you? Let me know down in the comments below. But again, that's going to wrap up today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. Give the video a big thumbs up if you found it at all helpful. And until next time, bye everyone.